listening to Life Lessons for Times Such as Now. And my name is Jay Wills, and I'm here with my co host, Tracy, Nay, Crystal, Cece, and our guest for tonight is Drea. You ready for
Drea,
this,
Woo,
Drea?
hey
hi.
girl.
Hey y'all.
So
Hello.
we have a fabulous topic for you today, and it is vagina monologue.
Monologue.
This
Woohoo.
is where each
Woohoo.
and every one of us ladies will speak about our vajayjays. Can't promise that's going to be the same topic or the same conversation, but make sure you like, share, and subscribe. So, with that said, I think I'll go first. What y'all say? So, I
What's
want
on
to
your
say,
vagina's
Start it off.
mind?
What's on your
What's on
mind,
your
J. Will?
oh,
What's on your vagina?
child,
What's on your vagina's mind?
she got a mind of her own. Okay? She talk when she want to talk. She dry up when she won't dry up. She wet when she want to wet. And sometimes you gotta look at it like, yo, wait, who's in control here? You or me? You
Right.
Mm.
know, it's got its own personality, and sometimes we can't like control it. Okay. So for me as a married woman, sometimes I could be feeling the heat, but she ain't. And I don't understand that. But we're gonna work on that. 'Cause I'm sorry, the mind's supposed to control everything. And you know what they say to men? Don't think with your head down there, think with your head up here. Shit. Our vagina thinks with their own damn head as well. What y'all
As
think
well.
about that?
It happens to women too. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Mm.
What y'all think
And-
about that?
Well, can I ask, like, are you in your menopausal stage or whatever
Child,
phase?
I'm in it. Hopefully about to get out of it.
Oh, it
Jump in,
is.
jump
Oh my
out.
God.
Jump in, jump out.
Yes, but being in menopause and dealing with the vagina is child. That's
Mm.
another that's a topic because we do get where we get dried up.
Mm.
We do get where we horny as hell.
Mhm.
And
Wait, is it when you're 40 and over, or was it 30 and over? They say women reach their peak when?
well,
40
that
or
40
30?
and
depends.
over. I
That
think it's
depends
40.
40 and
on
over.
the woman. No, it depends on the woman though.
Mm.
They
I
do
believe it
say,
depends on the woman. I really agree with Jay Wells. Yeah.
yeah, it depends
Okay.
on the woman. We're all different.
So
You
if you
know,
was too much of a freak when you were younger, maybe when you get 40, you like calming down a little bit. I'm just curious.
Hmm.
you
Or
it,
it could get worse
it could get worse.
if it was
was
a
you
late
thought
bloomer.
was you thoughting all over the place?
I
Okay.
was I was a little something you can call a little something, but I had my
I was a
time.
little
I was
something. I was
having
like
fun.
side a little
I
bit.
was
I did
starting it
my
out.
time.
Started
I
out
did
a
my
little
time
bit, a
out
little
there,
something, something.
and I'm not ashamed of it. It is what it is. But now
Hmm.
that I'm trying to be like, oh, how we talked about in my softness, you know,
Hmm.
try to be proper about it. But damn that shit does what it wants to do.
It does. It
It's
really
funny
does.
because I think about it. I'm like, yo, I was so crazy as a young teen, well, not teenager, young adult. Like it was happening. It was definitely happening. And now I'm like, yo, where's she at? Where's she at?
Hello?
I
Hello?
miss, look,
Exactly.
I miss her. Don't you miss her? Like I know he miss her. I miss her. Now it'd be like,
Hmm.
okay, girl.
So the menopauses don't change your drive. It just change what happens down there. But the drive, the urge to still want to, get busy is still there.
It
But
comes and goes.
Well,
It
And
I'm just
comes
gonna
and goes.
say,
it comes and goes.
I really believe that it's based on a woman, right? And I agree with Jay Wells. I think that it comes and it goes, but also, just like what Jay Wells and Cece was saying, that when you're younger, oh, you out there like what? Like, okay, her name is Miss Kitty, and Miss Kitty was like, yeah, we're gonna do us, right?
Yes, yes.
But then it's not even just about menopause for me. It's more so about, been there, done that. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's for
Mm.
me. And then on top of the menopause, it's like, oh yeah, good. I'm glad, right? Almost like as if Miss Kitty and I had a breakup. She was like, I'm tired.
Mm.
Wow.
Well,
Girl,
you're gonna have to
bye.
be. You're gonna listen. You're gonna have to start rubbing on Miss Kitty.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't
Miss
neglect
needs
her.
Kitty
some,
is
she
like, yo,
needs some
I'm
attention.
deuces. Deuces. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of like it because I am celibate. And I have no shame in my game. I'm celibate, and it's such a refreshing thing. And being here for a few years now, it's a refreshing thing. So right now, we're not even on the same page, Miss Kitty and I. But maybe one day she'll come back and she and I have a conversation, and then we'll be ready again. But I wanted to talk too about what Nate was talking about drying up. They do have like suppositories and all kind of
Yeah.
stuff that my doctor was telling me that you
Hmm.
can use to keep it all moist and carrying
So
on.
your doctor's concerned that your kitty's drying.
Well, I
I'm
am of a particular age. I didn't say
of
she
a
was
particular
dry.
age.
Hold up. I didn't say she was dry. I said that my doctor was sharing with me that women
No,
of
I'm
my
messing with
age
you.
should always use a suppository to keep her moist so that she can still be, like have some elasticity,
Hmm.
and she won't dry up where it will hurt. It's not even about having
Mm.
sex, it's about your skin. It hurts,
Right.
right? Because it's just, even
Hmm.
even if you're walking, it can hurt if it's dry.
Mm.
I never experienced that, but yeah, it makes sense.
That
Yeah.
means you get it a lot, huh?
Well,
No, it
maybe
You
just
must
means I
get a
haven't
chance
experienced
to
it,
dry
Jawan.
up.
Huh? Listen. No, I don't have a problem with it being too dry. Actually, that's not my issue right now. It's just that sometimes my sex drive is not as high as it used to be. But when I think about it, ooh, it's like, okay, I need that back. One thing I will say, can we talk about this while we talking about other JJs? I will say that look, when it's time and it's right there, it's crazy, which is nice, right? But it needs to be that way all the time. It's not that way all the time. So
But
I'm
why
working
does it
on
need to
make
be like that all the time?
it because I want to enjoy it. Like I don't want to just lay there. I can lay there.
Oh, you mean, all right, it's not like that all the
Okay, yeah,
time
yeah,
when you're
yeah, yeah.
trying to get
Meaning,
busy. I thought you meant
right?
like
No,
you just
no.
want it to be a
I want to be
waterfall,
No,
you
yeah, no.
know,
I just want to
while you're
be.
doing the
I just
laundry.
want. Right, no. I ain't
Right,
trying to
okay.
mess up the laundry. No, no, we're not doing that.
No, I get it. I believe that the JJ has um I definitely think that it's in tune with your brain. Um
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I
I
really
said
do.
that.
I feel like
Mm.
it has something to do with, like, if you under a lot of stress and you have a lot going
Yes.
on in your life, sometimes your mind just it's not there. And so if your mind not there, she ain't gonna be there because you're thinking about how you're gonna pay your bills and how you're gonna get through tomorrow,
Yes.
or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
Can
You
we talk about that? Because I've
all
been,
that stress, yeah,
listen,
it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna flow because you
Right.
ain't flowing. So I feel like when like the last show that we had, if you're not unfortunately not able to be in your soft girl era and your feminine energy and be able to um let somebody else take on the hard heavy duty, and sometimes it just may not happen for you at that moment. I do believe that it's kind of in your head. Hmm.
no, I agree. And I'm happy that you said that and you mentioned that because I think men get a lot of slack, right? And it's this stigma, I'll see posts where, they'll talk about a woman's vagina being dry or whatever. And the women just will come in on full attack mode on men saying, oh, you're not doing it right. You're not pleasing her. You're not satisfying. She's not turned on by you. She don't like you. That's not true. She could like you, she could love you, she could be all the way in tune with you. And the same thing I believe for a male as well, right? But if he got a lot on his mind, or if we got a lot on our mind and we just not there, it ain't gonna do what it needs to do. Like if you got other stresses and your mind is in other places, sex is the last thing on my mind. I'm gonna be real. Like that is the last thing on my mind. So for me, I've never been a horn dog. I haven't, right? However, I probably did start a little earlier than I should have. But my reason for that was I'm gonna blame. So it wasn't social media back then, but TV, the videos, the songs. I wanted to know what they were singing about. I wanted to know what Martin and Gina was running in the room to go do. It, they glorified it, right? They made it seem like it was this phenomenal thing,
Mm.
right? So I wanted to experience that. And when I did at a younger age, it wasn't what it was cut out to be. Like it just it wasn't. I was like, this was it. It was painful. I didn't like it. It was, and you know what women would tell me? Oh, you haven't met the right one. You haven't met the right one. You haven't met the right one, right? So I'm thinking, okay, well, it was that partner or it was this boyfriend. No. So as I became an adult, I realized that for me, I would say this, right? It's mental.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yes.
all mental.
It
Yes.
is.
I'm like, I don't know if it's old school when women used to have to be in love. I really gotta be feeling this person
Yep.
all the way in tune with this person. So one night stands and hookups and that don't work for me. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not getting off. The only person that's
Mm-hmm.
getting off is the man
Is
because
you?
I have to be
Mm-hmm.
connected to that person for me to have a waterfall or anything like that. Or it's just gonna be basic. I ain't saying it's gonna be dry, but it ain't gonna be no splashing and splishing. It just ain't happening. We're gonna get through it. He gonna have a
Right.
good time, and that's that. So, they those days is behind me. I realized that I'm just not that woman. Casual encounters, they don't work for me. They don't work for her either.
That's
Mm-hmm.
what I'm
That's just me.
saying.
It's
I know
Like,
mental for
that's right.
me.
You better
yeah,
say it.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm really good in the place that I'm in now. Because I think sometimes, especially when you're younger, you allow, your sexuality to take over, I guess, who you are or your mind. And, you know, it's like now when you get older, it's not as important. I mean, for me, now everyone has their own thing. I don't want nobody jumping down my throat.
It's still a
But
little important over here. I'm,
yeah, see, that's
I
what I'm
said what I
saying. I
said. It's
said
still a
for
little
me,
important.
that was the key word for me. It's really not that important. And I'm so thankful to God that it's not, because I don't want to be sitting here like, oh, I don't have a man and now I'm feeling this way. No, it's so
Mhm.
disconnected that I'm good and I'm able to see who you are. I don't have to, like, be clouded by lust. Like, oh, he's so
Mhm.
good looking. Oh, yeah. I don't feel any
So
of
you don't. So I'm just asking
Sure.
because yeah, I'm just asking. So so I
Now me
understand that
already
you.
laughing. I don't even know what the question
I know,
is. I'm like,
I know, but I'm just saying. So okay, I understand that you good, you don't need a man, whatever. But you don't sometimes, you taking that shower and, and you take that shower head off,
detach the shower
and
head.
the
Right,
detachable
right.
one, and you cleaning yourself, but you get a little hot water up there.
Look,
You don't feel
Yo, catch a
tingle,
memory, a little
a little
flashback.
roused. You're right, right, right. You're not a little aroused. You're not saying,
I
so
remember that.
So, like I said, I don't know if it's the menopause, if it's my walk with God. I don't know what it is, because, my father was a pastor and he would, teach that, masturbation is, considered a sin. And so because
Um,
I was,
so it's
I
not good to masturbate.
no,
That's what you
I'm just
said.
telling you
No, no, I know. I'm
my
just
walk.
asking because that's what you was taught.
So this is what was taught
Okay,
to me. And so I would rather just have the sex. Right?
okay,
Because, if I'm going to sin, then I'm going to sin having the whole physical body of
mhm.
somebody. Um, it doesn't fulfill me for masturbation. It doesn't fulfill me because of what I've been taught. I have a
okay.
bidet. Do y'all know what a bidet is?
Yes, yes.
Right. I even have that
That's
here.
Yes,
and
yes,
that
Now,
does
yes.
that
hold
doesn't
on.
help.
What is that?
Right. Okay.
That's the
So,
toilet thing, right?
yeah,
No, yeah, the toilet. Yeah.
it's a toilet
Okay.
thing. So, for me, I try to duck and dodge those things because I'm only human, right? And it's the flesh. So you like, whoop, I don't want it to
So
hit
you
you
on
over
the
there.
toilet,
So, you know
like
what I'm
ducking and
saying?
dodging the water,
Right,
like
right. So even in the shower, you go, whoop, wait a minute, no, because you have to try to stay
Wow,
focused.
that's some self control. I gotta
Yeah,
give
that
it to
is self
you.
control.
I
So
Yeah.
gotta give it to
hold
you.
on. So remember my friend I was telling you about? I'm always talking about this friend who always teach me these lessons. This man used to teach me these lessons, and one of the lessons that he taught me was self control. He taught me self control. Yeah, he was that dude, and
Reminiscent.
I am. And I
I am.
remember, and I remember telling him, when he would get now frustrated with me because now I have self control. And I said, well, blame
Mm,
yourself because you taught me that.
I know
So,
that's
yes, I
right.
do have it.
Now I have to say this.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
I really have to say this. I love that, I understand the self-control, right?
Mhm.
But why is it okay to have full self-control over your JJ like that when that's a natural feeling?
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's something that it makes you feel to bust a nut makes you feel it
Go
gives you
ahead, Duana.
energy. It makes
Yeah,
you
with
it keeps
you.
you in that
I'm Jay
soft
Wells. Sorry.
that that soft place, right?
Right.
That we
Mm-hmm.
spoke about.
Right. That's
Busting that
not
nut.
necessarily, well,
So
first of
wait,
all, that's
you're
not necessarily a soft
saying
place.
self-control. Now we've had topics on how do I stay in my feminine energy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you quick to jump out that energy
Yeah.
Right.
for that, but
Right.
not for your personal self feeling or self
To
care.
make you feel
To
good.
me, busting a nut is part of my self care.
Right.
I
Exactly.
know that's right.
Exactly.
Part of
Wait a
mine
minute.
too.
Exactly, Jay. Well,
Wait a minute,
listen.
Jay Wells. So, great question. It's a great question, and I'll be more than happy to answer it. So, for me, I don't see that just as a feminine energy, and I'm going to tell you why. Right? Because a man and a woman, as you would say, bust a nut. Right? So
Right.
that's not and I don't think anyone's acting all feminine when they're busting a nut. They ain't. There's no. That's not that energy over there. Right? So that's number
It's
one.
not feminine. I think it's
Not
feminine to bust
that's
a
not
nut. We
feminine,
all
and
bust a nut.
it's no, it's not. No, it's not.
Okay.
And
It
get real
depends
masculine.
on
Get real
It
masculine.
depends. It
it
depends how
depends
you
on how
look
you
at it. It
get down.
depends on how
Well,
you look at it.
right. It
Okay.
depends
No,
on
it
how you
depends
get
on how
down.
you
It
get
depends
hit
on how you
too.
get down. That's it.
Exactly. But I
Right.
think, I mean, we supposed to, right?
Right. So that's
Technically.
number one. Right. So that's number one. Number two, I think, that's why it was designed, and I don't want to really put spirituality in this, but that's why it was designed for us to be married because we're not, it wasn't intended for us to be out here fornicating, right? And just be having sex with other people. And so once we open that door, then that's when that desire comes in because we were supposed to be married. Okay, so with that being said, all these years that I was out there having fun, because I did, I was having fun, I was doing me. But at this point in my life, because we're mentally and spiritually, I'm where I am. It's okay for me, right? I don't think about it like you guys are talking. I don't think, oh my goodness, because this is like a human thing for me. And this I got see, I don't feel that way. It's automatically disconnected from me until, and I'm really hoping that it comes back when my husband, arrives, and then I can let her free. But until then, this helps me because if I go back into that mindset, then I defeat my purpose, right?
So let
So
me
now
ask you
I'm
this
going to be
question. Is
Yeah, because I got questions
masturbation
too.
a sin when
Right.
you're single or even when you're married?
now. I'm not a preacher, I'm not a minister, and I didn't graduate from theology, so I can't tell you that. All I
Because I
know is
have
I
had
asked
some
my
of the
father
best
that.
orgasms by myself.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
you
And
have
who are
what?
you
Say it
offend?
again. Say
Who
it
are
again.
you offending?
No,
No,
say it
what I'm
again.
saying is
Who are
what
you
I'm
offending when you do it to yourself? I'm just
what I'm
asking.
saying what I'm saying is I'm just speaking for me. I have had better orgasms alone than I've had with a partner. So let's just say, so that's why, like for me, sex, I don't have to marry the guy with the best sex I've ever had in my life, right? For
Oh,
me,
now,
no, but for me,
right.
because I know I have experienced better orgasms without a man, and I'm pretty experienced in that area. So, um, let's just say, me and my husband, we do the do. Okay, and going by his business, right? And then I handle myself. by myself and I get off how I need to get off. Is that a sin?
So I'm not the person to ask. I can only just tell you what I was taught, and because I honor and respect my father so much that I believe it to be true. And so
That
I
was still me.
live. So wait a minute. And so when he told me initially, I wasn't where I am now. I
Hmm.
was doing the do, as you would say, right? I was doing me. So I wasn't thinking about it until where I am now. With that being said, I just have to share this with you and with whoever can hear me. I think, we're really focused on where I am in my life with Miss Kitty. I think it's sad that women don't take a sexual their sexual relationship with their man seriously. I think it's a waste of time and energy that you over there sweating, right? Hurting your back, letting him pound on you, and you're not even having an orgasm? Are you kidding me?
Oh,
But
Now,
hold
those
when I
on.
was
But
younger, I didn't play
sometimes,
that
wait,
game.
yeah,
Okay, I
sometimes,
didn't play
wait,
that.
But
that's
let
a
me,
different.
yeah,
That's
but
a
yeah, that's a
totally.
person.
That's
Yeah,
no. It could be
that,
a thing of men go through menopause too. One, y'all gotta know, men do go through menopause as well. So they have their good days, their bad days, their
yeah,
ups.
right.
Sad part when you are married, just like he has to deal with your good days, you have or bad days, you have to deal with his. Now, the only thing I get, Trey, where you say, you was taught that it's a sin to masturbate, but my motto is because I believe in God and I follow him, but there are things that I know I don't follow that maybe I should. So I'm not gonna pick the thing that gives me the pleasure to not follow. You see what I'm saying?
and
Mm-hmm.
and and that's why it's great to be an individual because
Oh yeah, yeah.
you definitely have that right. For me, this fits for me right now, right? Again, I want to go back
wait,
to
hold on. I just
what
want
Nay
to
was
say
saying.
this
Go ahead.
one thing before we get off the topic. So you mentioned, women not being pleased by their man.
Mhm.
However, for me, like I said, I'm only speaking for me. My pleasure doesn't come from penetration. It comes from clitoral stimulation. So I like that's why I said maybe for me, I've had some of my best orgasms without a man even being involved. Now, I've had some good ones with them involved too.
Mhm.
But when you talk about if I really want to get down to the yeah, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So but that's just me and that's my
But ain't
body and
nothing
I
like a
know
good
that.
orgasm. It actually wakes you up.
Huh?
I said a good orgasm will wake you up
It will. But
and
and I
put you
have
in the best
experience
mood.
I've experienced, with and without. And like I
Right.
said, for me, if I had to
Yes.
choose, my better ones have been without because I'm just not. I don't want to say I'm not a penetration girl. Like it's cool, but it's not. That yeah. It's more of the
You
clitoris
just know
thing.
your body.
So I
You
know
know
my
your
body.
body.
So
Hmm.
Right. And so
it
for
has nothing to
me,
do with the male. Like he could put on his best
well, he should know
show.
your body too. And
Yeah.
this is just my own opinion. I think that, for some episodes, I talked about a gentleman I was with for over 20 years. And although it was a long time and wasted time, I feel that he was one of the great teachers for me. And I can definitely tell you that he explored my body. He was open to knowing what my body reacted to, and he put in the work. No pun intended. He put in the work. And I
Hmm.
feel like, if you are doing it, I believe that then the man should put in that same work. Why would you, and I'm not saying you, I'm just saying in general, have sex with a man and then you have to turn around and then still please yourself? Then what was the
Because she doesn't
purpose?
like penetration. You
Right.
have some women that don't like
But it
something
doesn't have
inserted
to
in
just
them.
be right. But if he explores your body, then he should be able to penetrate or to touch a part of your body that is highly sensitive, right?
But
So,
he gonna want to penetrate it though. We
but
all agree with that.
yeah,
He
but
ain't gonna be like, I'm
sometimes I'm
sitting
not
here
saying
rubbing
yeah,
Remember,
stuff.
But
so then he
ladies,
needs to go ahead on
can
and
I
be
just
celibate.
say this is when the toys come into play. You guys like to talk about the roles and everything. This is when
Right,
the roles
right.
come into
But
play.
go
that's
ahead.
Hmm.
You can
masturbation.
hear from me.
Together though, but I'm saying together at the same time. while you get
Mhm.
penetrated,
Mhm.
go ahead and handle your business at the same time. That's how you could get it all done. Everybody happy.
That's true too.
Right.
Yeah.
But sometimes I like to be ugly alone. You know what I'm talking about when I'm saying ugly. You
That's why I said
ain't trying to
that's no
speak in
feminine
tongues and
energy.
drooling and you're like,
Yeah. Well, that's no feminine.
you know? You be like, let me get some privacy, man. Get up out of here, man. I don't want you to see me like this, man. Come on. Like, wow. And then don't let you go crazier by yourself with that toy than you do with them. Because then you got a whole nother fight. You got a whole nother
Mm.
fight. I'm lying?
No, you ain't lying.
Okay.
No,
I
you're
don't
not
know.
lying. What about
I done
postpartum? What
had my
about
stuff
after?
thrown in the trash. Like, yeah, so listen. They will get jealous of them toys. Oh,
Uh,
when I'm not enough? No, you
it's
are,
the
but you
man.
know,
It's the man, baby. It's the man, baby.
Mm.
it's
Talk
men.
about it, Dre. Talk
It's
about it,
men.
Dre.
Right, Dre? It look like you got a lot to talk
Talk
about.
about it.
I mean, I'm trying to keep it cute, let you ladies
Don't
talk.
keep it too cute.
And
The
Yeah, we
listeners
ain't
want
hear
to
much from
know.
you.
The listeners want to know how cute you're keeping it.
What about after having a baby? How was your
Mm.
vagina after that?
Tight.
Well, in the words of my aunt, mine was wide as the Grand Canyon, deep as the Pacific River. So, no, but that's definitely like an inside any, okay? My aunt
Well,
on my father's side.
I
God
can
bless the
say
dead. God bless the dead.
for
Uh,
me, mine was like I did have my kids 10 months apart. So you do the math.
Mm. Too much fun.
That's
Well, they say that everything goes back to normal after you have a baby. That's good that we got on this. We got on some serious stuff. So, they do say everything go back to normal, but forget how I feel about that. I spoke to a doctor and he confirmed that it doesn't. It doesn't always go back to normal, especially depending if you had multiple births, large births, if you popping out 3 9 pounders or 5 9, like no, it's not going to be the same size as it was when you were 14. That's the stigma. That's what, people want you to believe. And, for a lot of women it's an uncomfortable topic. I know in the past when I've tried to have this conversation with friends, family members, peers, they're like, what? No, you bugging. Mine's exactly the same. I'm like, but how? You pushed out humans out that thing, multiple humans at that, I ain't speaking about the
Mm.
one-offs, but the ones that have multiple humans out of it. And it does definitely change. I remember when with my son, I did not wait the first 6 weeks. And I was like, oh, well, this what it is now, because it had definitely changed in size. But, with time, it does go back, to a certain extent, And but like I said, with other births, it
I
does
think Tracy's a virgin now. You think?
absolutely not. I have 4 children. I have
What
four
you
No,
say?
you.
children, girl.
No. I
And
think
I
she
ain't
a
never going
virgin
back to
now.
being a virgin.
I'm talking about it's nice and tight. Whoever
Oh
get
yeah,
that
yeah.
next
Well,
time, or
Uh,
whoever get it next, they gonna be in
well,
after some
heaven.
time.
yeah. Well, first of
They gonna be
all,
like Jesus.
But for the ones that's struggling, there is help out there. You could get a little nip tuck the same way you could get your boobs nipped up, your
yeah.
tummy nipped tuck. You could get your vaginas nipped up after you have them babies, and it'll put it back to where it used to be. And
does it hurt after those type of surgery?
Right. That's what I'm gonna ask.
Well, I don't know. I never
well,
had
the
one.
sex hurts a lot after them type of
But
surgery.
is it even worth it for him to
Yeah,
stretch
it's
it
very
out
much
again?
worth it.
Like,
You're gonna get your money's worth. Yes, you will.
Okay, so now
really?
you
Oh, how
got
you
it.
know?
That's what
Well,
you're
okay.
saying.
I
Okay.
invested in myself, self care.
Okay.
Okay.
You
Okay.
wanted her right and tight. I know that's right.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
Did a little investing. I had
Okay.
two
Okay.
almost 9 pounders. So, once I realized I was done with children, I wanted to be back where I started at. And
But
that's
I
what I
believe, me personally, I believe that, who can ever say that it goes back to normal? Going back to normal
there
means
a lot of
there's
women
no
will argue
human going
down.
through it, huh?
There's a mother of six somewhere that will argue you under the bus.
It doesn't make sense
Mm.
though. You know why? Because if you did not ever have a child to go through that canal, and then now you had a child to go through that canal, there's no way it will ever, it may be tight,
Go back.
right? You may can get it nice and tight, but it will never be the same.
But
Right.
that's what the surgery's for. A lot of women will vouch for that.
No, but what she's saying is, well, what I'm saying is, when you bring the topic up, it's taboo. Because I've brought the topic up before, and it's just like, what? No, not you. So it's okay for our breasts to change, our stomachs to change. But God forbid you say your vagina change. That's like, what? No, not mine. You know? So, and I think everybody body in a whole change after they have a child. In a whole. Every part that aided in, preparing you to birth this child changes, when you have a baby. And some goes back. Do it go back to how it was before you had a baby? No. Is your breasts exact as perky as they were? No. Nobody's. Is your stomach as tight as it was? No. And that's going to go for the vagina too if you had a vaginal birth. It's not where it was, I ain't saying it's all wide and loose and hanging open, but it ain't where it used to be, you know. And
I
that's
agree with
just
that.
like the uncomfortable conversation that, a lot of women are ashamed to have or whatever.
So let me get my takeaway on today's conversation that we have in here, which I so love so much. One, I have to say, Nay, when it comes to a man and a woman and planning on intercourse, it doesn't happen where, okay, you meet a dude, or even if it's your significant other, he has to do the work prior, that whole day, hell, days before, to get you hot and horny. It's not a, you know what, it's 8 o'clock, let's get into bed and let's have sex. You're not going to feel or get that need or that feeling of, oh, I want to have sex with him. You know what I mean? And that's where a lot too come to play when some women need that extra toy or something to add. So for Trey, I have to say that it, to me, I get what you're feeling and I respect it, but I still gonna recommend to you the rose. I hope you take me up one day, but I recommend that, you know, and and I think that, like I said, all women, know your body, know what you want, and that's it. Please yourself. If you don't have that significant other, or you can't, I feel personally it's okay to please yourself. It keeps you, it keep pleasing yourself keeps you in the house. Keeps you from
So
chasing, how they say, chasing that money, chasing that, you know what. That's my takeaway.
So let me do my takeaway as well, and life lesson. So it's cool to be whatever you want to be,
Right.
right? If you feel like you want to just have a party with yourself, then you just do it. You want to have your party with your man or several. That's really up to you because you're an individual and you do what you feel that you need to do in your life. Did I have fun when I was younger? Absolutely. Am I there now and in that mindset? No, not me. And it's okay. Once my husband come, or if not, I'm still good, right? And I like myself safe here because it's safe. Because sometimes if you go out partying, you may start partying again. So it's safer in the house. Jay Wills, you're right. It's safer to me in the house. But again, you do have vaginal health as well. Take care of Miss Kitty. Take care of her, and she'll take care of you. That's my takeaway.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. I like that.
That's good. I like that. Well, I'll go next. I like what you said, Jay Wills and Tracy. My takeaway is it's your over JJ. It's yours. It's mine. So own it. Do what you want with it. Whatever makes it happy, makes you happy. Um, Also keep in mind that nine times out of ten, I'm gonna say we are okay because we could be a lot in our heads like something's wrong with us because the JJ might be a little dry. She ain't doing what she used to do. But have some grace on yourself. You might be going through something in your life. You might have other things going on around you with your mind and somewhere else. So be gentle and be nice to yourself and the JJ. Also, the other thing is that I'm taking on is make sure you have you a giving man. We don't want the selfish ones, okay? Because the giving one gonna make sure he take care of you, and he not gonna be offended that you got a little extra toy in there, to take care of yourself and your JJ.
Go ahead, preach it, girl.
So these are some of the things that I'm taking on with life lessons. Thank you, ladies.
There you go, Trey. All right. Hit that.
Period.
Go Nay. Mm-hmm.
Let
Go
me just
Nay.
ask you. Let me just ask you guys this one question. It's part of my closing out. Since we are on the vagina topic, so my doctor, my GYN, told me that they no longer require you to have a pap smear every year. It's every 5 years now. Did they tell y'all the same?
I have not heard that.
You haven't heard that?
Neither have I.
No, I haven't heard it. I
Yeah.
get mine every year.
Yeah.
Every
So
year.
I
And
went.
even if they tell you that, you recommend you get it every year, especially if you're active.
Yes.
Yeah, I said no. So that was her point. She was saying unless you're having any issues or you know um STD screening aside for whoever's active or whatever. I'm not active right now, but whoever's active. But when I guess where they're checking for like cervical cancer or anything like that, they were just saying the pap smear is no longer every year. She says every 5 years unless you're having issues. So I was just curious if anybody else's GYN told them anything like that. But mine definitely told me that. Um, but outside of that, what is my take? Hmm, I don't know. Everybody's vagina is different, I guess. And
Right.
what stimulate one doesn't stimulate the other. And I guess like Dre said, give yourself grace. All our bodies is different. It could be a bunch of different factors that goes into whether if a woman has vaginal dryness. Smoking is one of them, just damn vapes and stuff like that, and stress and everything else in between. But yeah, that's about it. That's my take. I don't have much to say tonight.
Okay, ladies. I think this was a great show, a great topic.
It was fun.
It was fun, right?
Yes, yeah, it was really fun. So I will say
I
that
enjoyed it too.
my takeaway is basically all of you guys take away, right? And so I love the fact give ourselves grace, right? Sometimes we're so strong on ourselves and trying to please someone else. And yes, we always say, "Oh, I love myself," but you still love the person or whoever you with, and you still try to please them too. But pleasing yourself is number one. That's the number one key. However that works for you, whatever it is, please yourself. So with that, I'm gonna say with our life lessons, I want to say, thank you to Jay Wills, Dre, Nay, Tracy. Listen, we want you to subscribe to Life Lessons and and we want you guys to come back and enjoy our show because we enjoy talking to you guys. But definitely, we will see you next time on Life Lessons for a time such as now. Like and subscribe.
This
Good
is
night.
Sexuality.